Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to yet another video, and this is going to be a continuation of a video which I made a couple of weeks back where I spoke about the pros and cons of living in Sweden or moving to Sweden. But before that, I just want to make one thing clear, that whatever I'm gonna say or whatever I have spoken in the past, so those are all my perception, how I look at things, because I have spent around 5 years. I have met with some people who have done masters here, or who are working here, or who are doing business. So these are all my experience. So you just take this as a reference. You do your own research before making any kind of decision. Before starting this video, I just want you to look at the screen now and the comments which I have got from a guy or girl, I don't know. It seems that he is a student here. Probably he has done some kind of education here. And just pause the video and read through the comments, okay? So let's talk about higher studies in Sweden. A lot of people are actually asking me questions regarding higher studies, like is it a good approach if they want to move here? In my opinion, when somebody plans to do a higher study in a different country, I think there are 3 reasons people choose to do that. The first one which comes to my mind is people who are really interested in learning new things. They want to learn something and then probably use that in their respective career, just to have an experience. Like, I met a girl in Stockholm who is currently pursuing her masters here, but she's looking for jobs in India. Okay, so she went to India. She wants to be a professor, so she gave some interviews. Her intention was pretty clear from the beginning, that I want to study here and then go back to India and then work there. So that is one. And the second type of people, I would say, like me, okay, I did not do graduation or masters here. I did my graduation in India. But when I went for my education, the primary purpose was obviously to learn things. My intention was very clear, that I will learn. I will not only focus on the placement, that I want to get placed. So obviously there are 2 things. I want to learn properly, and then byproduct will be a job at the end of the 4th year. So that was my intention. And the third one here, people who just want to move to a different country, and obviously they couldn't get a job. That's why they opted this approach, where they apply for a course or a 2 years program or a 1 year program in Sweden. And that is kind of easy. It's not that difficult. At least when you compare both the things, like getting a job and come to Sweden, or getting an opportunity to come to do higher studies here, I think the second one is quite easier. So people choose that option so that they can just move out of their country. Their intention was just to move out. When they take the decision, in their mind, they were like, okay, we just move there and we'll manage to get a job somehow. But which is not true. There are so many people who came here and their intention was pretty much clear, that they want to study and they want to learn, and at the end of the day they want to work here or somewhere in Europe. They couldn't get a job. And people having no intention of learning just move here for the sake of moving from your home country. Obviously, how could you expect to get a job here? So keep that in your mind. Just because you come here as a student and pursue your masters, that will not give you any sort of guarantee that you end up getting a job. People often ask me, like, is it a good option that my wife got a position in a university for 2 years program? I'm the husband. I will quit my job and come along with my wife and try to find a job here. I think, in my opinion, that's a bit risky business, because if I had to take a call in this type of situation, where Nehal got an admission in a university and I'm currently working in India, and leave my job and come with her, I'm never gonna do that, because I believe there are so many opportunities are there already in India. People who are already in a good position, I will never suggest them to come here leaving their job with this risk that you will end up getting a job as well here. That's not that easy. So before taking any sort of decision of doing masters here or any sort of education here, do a proper research before applying for courses, that in which sector you're going to work. Because I have already told many times that apart from IT and its related job, it's a bit difficult to crack a job, because Swedish is a must requirement in other sectors, where you have to deal with public, and also when it's core sector, they expect you to learn Swedish. If you are not doing anything related to IT, I think it's going to be difficult. If you want to settle down here, want to work here, want to get a job here, just keep that in mind. Coming back to the comments which I have shared, looking at the kind of language this guy has used, it completely shows the kind of personality he carries. Because if you are really looking for a job, this is not the platform and this is not the language you should use. And I mean, you just cannot say that you are wasting your money. Like, so many people are studying here, they're doing research and they're creating their own businesses, they're starting their own companies, you know, startups and all. If you browse through education system in Sweden, it's quite good. I think in innovation, Sweden is quite ahead in the market. You just cannot say, you know, gobar ke uple banana sikha rahe yahan pe. So that's not how it is, yeah. And with this kind of language, the way you asked me to, I mean, it's really bad. If you look at the comments, like bhediye hain, sab bhediye ki chaal chal rahe hain. So with this language, I'm damn sure that you are never gonna get a job here. So try to improve your personality and, you know, the language. I just want to tell you guys, or give my opinion, that if you are looking for higher studies, then come with the intention that you want to learn, and then gradually you apply for jobs, and at least your focus should be on your learning. Even if you don't end up getting a job here, at least you can use that experience back in India or somewhere else, some other countries. So that's all about the higher education part in Sweden. A lot of people ask me, like, is it safe to be outside during evening or night? So it completely depends on which area you are in. There are a couple of areas where you should not go out during the night, especially extreme south or extreme north. There are people who will make you uncomfortable. So I would never suggest to roam around, at least during winter, because this is summer time. Probably sun is there till 10-11. It's fine to go out, but during winter, avoid going out, at least with kids and all. Avoid that timing. I never felt unsafe here. I've been in Sweden for the last 5 years. Of course, Nehal also didn't have any such experience so far, but there are bad people, obviously. There are gangs and all. If you keep yourself away from certain people, I think it's pretty safe. Okay, there is one more thing I wanted to talk about, is preschools here. Okay, regarding the safety thing, I would highly recommend people, at least you go to the school, you see what kind of teachers are there, what kind of children are going to the school, because your child is gonna be around them most of the day, right? I'm not saying that schools are bad, but I think the people in the schools are the one who makes it bad. Talk to those people who are already sending their children to that school. Yeah, obviously they're gonna tell you it's good, but if you are an Indian and if you can find another Indian who is sending his or her kid to that school, you better speak to them and get the ground reality. Yeah, so that's one important thing to keep in mind. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is the inflation and the current interest rate in market. So it's a good news that the inflation has come down and the interest rate is going to change 2 times this year. The policy rate has come down to 3.75. So the interest rates are also going down. So that's a good thing if you want to invest in an apartment or buy a property here. So you can plan that in next year. That's one good thing. Okay, I don't have anything else to share. I hope you have got some information out of this video, and if you did, then do not forget to like this video and share with your friends, and also subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. And my daughter is here, like खड़ी है तब से देख रही है पापा क्या बोल रहे थे। पापा को थोड़ा वीडियो बनाने दो भाई। यहाँ पे खड़ी, ओके।